So if you look at that screening, if I was among those Nigerian Senate that was screening, among those Nigerian senators that was screening Festus Keyamo that day, I swear to God, he would leave there crying. Not only that he was done, he just did not understand what was going on. The same thing when it comes, the same thing repeated itself when Shehu Sobaloye, what's his name, from that from one of the Nigerian network news was anchoring debate in Ondo State. He asked a whole two sons were on that stand that day. Ehitayo Jegede and what's his name? This present governor Akede Dolu. He asked them, how can they increase their internal revenue without putting undue pressure on the people? My brother, these guys gave vague answers. And look at it. If you have to create additional revenue without you necessarily putting the pressure on the people, it's for you to invest in business and train people that can help you manage this business. Create laws that guide against misconduct in workplace. It's as simple as that. And the people that you hire will end up paying taxes to the state, and you are also generating money from this entity that this business entity that you just created. It's as simple as that. My brother, these people were just speaking vague languages and all of that. That is why we found ourselves in this situation.
And we continuously celebrate the incompetence.
This incompetence, these people that are just sound on paper, but they are not sound in their brain.
But you know what I was thinking, because before you did make mention of the fact that the federal government is in charge of generation of electricity in Nigeria. No, of course, the federal government of Nigeria seems to be in charge of very many things. No, sometimes they are really not capable of handling the role that they want to handle. No. Now the question is, what if there is really a natural competition in Nigeria where we tell each state, okay, you go and make use of what is available in your territory, then you pay tax to the federal government. For example, the federal government did not need to supply you energy. You don't want to be in the dark, generate your own electricity. Let's put this as a competition for all the 36 states in the country. I am very sure that very soon, each of the states will be having their own lights. But if we want the federal government to supply everything now, that is why we are generating less than 5,000 megawatts of electricity in the country. How can you use 5,000 megawatts? We don't even have up to that. No, I'm just like upgrading it.
Up to, right.
How can you use that one to power the economy the size of Nigeria? Are we going to do miracle?
The problem, Obehi, is that each of these state governors, they are lazy, they don't think, and each of them don't want to step on the toe of the federal government of Nigeria, because for them to continue to be relevant, they have to be blind to so many things. You get the logic? Because if not,
and there are people who will be suffering meanwhile.
They don't care. They don't care. Because in America, for example, right, if a state failed to achieve certain things, certain area of its constitutional role to the people, the federal government have the right, the legal right, to say, okay, we are going to investigate this aspect. It's just like, for example, now, if, for example, a police department is doing something wrong and people cry out, FBI can take over the investigation of that police department, because FBI is a federal agency. It's a federal agency.
Mhm.
So that is how the federal government check the powers of the state and other government agencies. But the Nigerian states is not interested in that because they are all guilty of the same problem. They know they don't have what it takes to occupy where they are. So the only thing they can do to survive in it is to play along. You get what I'm saying? Is to play along. Is to play along.
Meanwhile, we're all suffering. We're just managing, patching. We're just patching the system.
That is why the federal government can send army to entire states to kill and maim the indigenous people of that state, and the state governor think it is a good thing.
It's sad, my brother. It's sad. It's sad. By the way, we have hope that things will change, things will turn around.
We
So
hope.
I want to thank you so much for the time. Yeah, we really have spent a lot of time here because that is it. That is our country. We love it, so we have to share some time about it. So, what would be your final thought here to conclude the conversation?
Obehi, thank you very much for the opportunity. I am always happy to speak with you all the time. Not only that, most of the topics you bring is very stimulating. They are very, very fascinating. I enjoy them, and then you know, we need them. We need to talk about these issues. It is the only way we can continue to tell our people to do what is right. My final take would be that Nigerians, as we move towards electing new leadership for our country, we might not be there to vote, but one thing I will assure you, if you look at the whole problem now, who is at the receiving end? It is you, not some of us. Some of us are concerned not because we cannot turn our eyes away, but it's because we feel that you can also live a meaningful life. We feel that every human being, irrespective of where they were born or the kind of education they have or the kind of life God allowed them to live, that dignity of man shouldn't be taken away from them. So this forthcoming election should be about you, not about the people that put you in this present predicaments that you find yourselves. A predicament where you cannot travel from Ore to Benin. You cannot travel from Benin to Uromi. You cannot travel from Benin to Onitsha by road anymore without you having your heart in your plan. The fear of you being kidnapped for ransom, and there is no police officer to come look for you, but the same police officer is able to come get you after your ransom has been paid. This is a definition of a failed government. The worst thing you would do to yourself is to recreate this kind of system. So as you go into 2023, as you are about to elect your new leaders, the question you should be asking is, where is your place in this whole scheme? It is not where is the place of politicians. Ask them questions. How am I going to benefit? How is my family going to benefit? How is my neighbor going to benefit? Because if you benefit, your family benefits, your neighbor benefits, then they will be your line of security, not the people that will be coming to plan your downfall, or planning to come and kill you or kidnap you. So these are the questions you should be asking. Where is your place? How are they going to tap into your skills? How are they going to make your skills better so that you too can become someone who can contribute meaningfully to the growth of Nigeria while you also live in prosperity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thank you.